Hi, I'm David Gilbert, Technology Editor with the International Business Times UK, and I'm here today with Sam Shank, who is the co-founder and CEO of Hotels Tonight, an app for your smartphone which helps you find deals on hotel rooms all around the world. Thanks for being with us today, Sam.
Good to be here.
So if you could give us a quick background on kind of when you started up Hotels Tonight and maybe why you started it up.
Yeah, so it started about 3 years ago. We started thinking about the idea, and it was when I was doing another startup that was web-based called Dealbase, that was about finding all the deals online. And then I started thinking about that I was at home using my iPhone more than I was using the web and my computer. I said, why isn't there anything really good for booking a hotel on my iPhone? And I started thinking more and more about it, and then realized that what the iPhone really brought and what smartphones brought in general is this idea of real time, about spontaneity, about you can be impulsive and book something on demand and get that whatever you want when you need it. And that was something that was new to the world that the computer just didn't provide. So I said, well, why isn't there anything that does this? Well, we can do it. We can build it ourselves from the ground up for mobile, and we can be better than the big guys because we built it just for mobile. We worked 10 weeks, the 3 co-founders, including myself, and launched it in December of 2010. We launched in just 3 cities, and we've grown a lot since then, and it's been a really fun ride.
And so where are you at now in terms of users and how many cities and what parts of the world are you covering?
Yeah, so we're focused on North America and Europe right now. We do have our eyes set on being everywhere. Ultimately, it's just a question of time. It's a matter of if, not when, or when, not if, rather. And we are in 150 different destinations right now across 16 different countries, most of those within Europe. And we cover a lot of the great cities around the world and a lot of the best hotels within those cities.
Obviously, you work in conjunction with those hotels. How have you kind of built up those relationships, and have you found any struggles or any problems over the past 3 years?
The response from hotels has been great. We work directly with about 4,000 hotels that provide us with their last-minute inventory when they have empty rooms. So they only work with us when they need us. It's a very collaborative partnership, much more synergistic than a traditional online travel relationship with a hotel where they're competing with the hotel for their loyal customers. We built this from the ground up to be great for hotels, and the hotels really love it. There's less than 5% of the hotels that have worked with us have not continued to work with us, so 95% of people continue to work with Hotel Tonight. Great retention, great loyalty on the hotel side, and that means great deals and great hotels for consumers.
Obviously, the travel industry has changed hugely in the past decade, and even before that, with with the move from kind of physical travel agents to online, and it's obviously changing again with mobile. How do you see it changing in the next decade, and do you think that kind of the model that Hotels Tonight has started is the way forward?
Yeah, I think that there's going to be a lot of great changes, and a lot of it is predicated and influenced by mobile and mobile technology. I think that over time, what we're going to be working on and what you're going to see, not only in Hotel Tonight, but also within other categories, is much more personalization, and we call it context awareness. So the hotels that you like are different than the hotels that I like. That should be reflected in what Hotel Tonight recommends to you. Because these devices are a one-to-one relationship between the customer and the device versus a computer that can be used by a whole family or a series of people or at a coffee shop, you can really personalize the experience and customize it so that it feels very, very relevant to you. That leads to just a lot more, less time looking for hotels, a lot more time getting on with the rest of your life, and a lot more happiness.
So obviously, yeah, you want to be everywhere. That ideally, because you want people just to use Hotels Tonight to book their hotels no matter where they are. So what are the big barriers to that expansion? Is it finance? Is it the fact that you want the experience to work in those areas as well as it works everywhere else?
Yeah, I think that there's 2 things. One is that there is a cost to signing up hotels. We've been fortunate and have raised a fair amount of money so that we can we have the resources to expand pretty rapidly, and that's what we're doing. On the other hand, we don't want to launch a city when there's not demand for that city. So there's a natural progression to the growth of Hotel Tonight that we don't want to go too far beyond. One of the things that we can see is when people have asked to show hotels near their location, we see where they're located. Yeah. And if there's not a good hotel near where they are, we know that we need to focus on that area. So in essence, customers are voting and telling us where they want Hotel Tonight, and we respond pretty quickly from that.
Okay, and just finally, if you were kind of asked, in 5 years' time, would you hope to be kind of in, double your footprint? Have you kind of got goals to expand to, let's say, Asia, to South America, to Australia, areas like that?
Yeah, you know, it's really hard to determine where we're going to be in the year, 2-year phase, right? I know where we're going to be in 3 to 6 months, and I know we're going to be in 5 to 10 years. And so the 5 years is fairly easy. We will be everywhere in the world at that point. Okay. Now, exactly how we get there, that's hard to tell, but we do have the goal of being the world's best travel app for booking hotels. And we have a great start on that market and great start on that goal, but we've got a lot of work to do. And I think in 5 years, it's going to look a lot more like that.
And do you think in 5 years' time that there's going to be a lot more challengers out there, other apps and other services that are offering something similar to you, and that just to reflect that that's the way the travel industry is going?
The travel industry is a very large market. It's a very competitive market, but it's also one that I think the incumbents have gotten very complacent with their position within the web. And it's hard for them to adapt to a mobile world where quality matters, where word of mouth is how people find out about new services, where customer support really matters. On the web, customer support, there's no expectation for customer support.
Okay. Sam, thank you very much for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.